As the world experiences a growth in technology and consequent data output, information systems are becoming more prominent and an influential asset in how businesses operate throughout the world. The growing complexity of data and businesses that are continuously expanding their own resources for the sake of managing big data as the need to efficiently and effectively manage this data grows. To better understand this growing change in the world today, we have considered 3 different articles today to give greater understanding of the issues and solutions related to data in businesses today. Within Article 1, issues such as the necessity to effectively evaluate data as the widespread of information becomes more widespread in the world today is discussed, and further demonstrated in Article 2, where the need for data is required to effectively analyze the need to gain a proper insight for the sake of development of new products and services in the market in order to properly provide consumers with their needs and wants. This can further relate to Article 3, where machine learning is discussed and how it can impact society and businesses in managing data to effectively ensure success in standardizing data management.
This is Aetna. It's an insurance company. Through data analysis, Aetna made the discovery that it could dramatically expand its marketing mix. Aetna then committed to making big changes to its business processes, dumping its approach of using employer account levels to identify market segments, and began to identify them at an individual customer level. Aetna grew from 7 segments to 50 quality market segments, and between 2005 and 2012, it went from a $22 billion company to a $35 billion company, despite the financial crisis at the time, and it's only growing in 2022. Business with big data and great value. Data is growing at this insurmountable pace, but not everyone yields any value from big data. Unlike Aetna, few create meaningful changes from this information, and for many, real value remains a dream. Benefiting from big data requires a structured and consistent effort from management, as well as commitment. In this article by Cynthia Beef and her colleagues, we discuss easy-to-follow and fundamental rules to help ensure big data equates to great value. Their first recommendation is to get your data storage solutions in line. Leverage the expertise of experienced vendors, if you have them, and then optimize the use of a tiered approach to data storage. Tier 1 is the most expensive, but fastest to access. Tier 3 is the cheapest and highest capacity, but slowest. And Tier 2 uses networks to achieve something somewhat in between. Next, you want to follow 3 fundamental steps. First, identify your sacred data. These are data that are pervasive throughout the entire business process. In healthcare, for example, you may find it imperative that patient records are accessed and recorded by staff reliably and carefully. Second, identify steps in your process that use or are affected by unstructured data. Lastly, third, and most important of all, there must be a commitment from management to make real changes because of data analysis. The value begins and ends at this step. Business with big data and great value.
In the second article, we will see how marketers can address data challenges to drive growth. Today's marketers are more responsible than ever for leveraging their company's data acquisition, integration, and analytical efforts to shape a better customer experience. A recent study by McKinsey found that 83% of global CEOs expect marketers to be a major driver for most of their company's growth agenda. Despite marketing's central role, only 23% of CEOs believe their marketers are capable of delivering on these premises. In fact, there is a gap between marketing analytics availability and capability. An important source of variance in marketing leaders' ability to deliver analytical value traces back to where they are getting their data. Marketers need to understand the strategic business challenge first, identify required data needed, and then design an appropriate analytical solution. In some cases, this may mean acquiring new data, accessing new data within the company, or bringing in analytical skills missing in the current team. To help marketers address such challenges, MIT created a tool that guides the process of designing an analytical architecture, the Marketing Analytics Canvas. The objective is to provide a roadmap that helps marketers approach customers' experience challenges where analytics play a key role. The Marketing Analytics Canvas helps address marketers' analytical challenge in two ways. First, by ensuring the solution to the core strategic business challenge. This approach increases the likelihood that data and analytics will help solve it. And second, it opens marketers' mind to letting the hypothesis drive the identification of data needed and analytical method rather than what is readily available or has been used in the past.
The article How Machine Discovery Can Accelerate Solutions to Society's Big Problems discusses the issues of how new technologies are becoming more relevant in modern-day society. Machine learning, robotics, digital twins, and supercomputing can be implemented in collecting and implementing new ideas and concepts to data that is relevant in society today. The creativity of ideas has taken a dramatic rise over the years as productivity declines by 50% every 13 years, requiring countries to double their research productivity to create a standstill in terms of growth. These issues are relevant in a variety of fields today, including chemistry, healthcare, and the search for new clean energy, where machine learning can be used to find new compounds and chemicals, create new drugs to combat diseases and medical illnesses, and assist in finding safe and clean energy sources that can be used in modern society. However, as there are various uses for machine discovery in society today, there are also various drawbacks from the implementation of them. The threat of people losing their jobs to new machinery can negatively impact how society views machine discovery as a whole. The implementation of ideation between humans and machines as a team sport can allow changes in how machine discovery is viewed, with humans and machines continuously interacting with each other's cues and insights. This can be done in a way as humans guide initial research questions, while machines can complement and improve these along the way, often finding patterns humans wouldn't normally detect. Additionally, the need for a new technology backbone will be required to allow organizations to afford new technologies today. Through the use of public clouds or hybrid cloud systems, ensuring that not only large organizations profit off new technological advances, smaller organizations can have access to machine discovery. Finally, the recalibration of commercial models will be required as businesses will need to work closely with policymakers, scientists, and non-government organizations to ensure that the fruits of machine discovery can be brought to society through appropriate pricing models or cost sharing.
It is important to reflect on how these examples of information systems in practice link back to the topics and modules that have been studied in the Introduction to Information Systems subject. Naturally, because all these examples use or discuss information systems in general, they are all relevant to the course from a big picture perspective. However, we can be more specific about how these examples refer directly to the subject and its modules. In this case, all three articles are most relevant in relation to the Knowledge Analytics module. The first article, Finding Value in the Information Explosion, through its focus on big data and data management, highlights the study in the area of data and knowledge management, an important topic within the module. The second article, How Marketers Can Address Data Challenges to Drive Growth, provides an overview of the MIT Canvas approach, which is an information systems solution to issues in business analytics and data management. The third article, How Machine Discovery Can Accelerate Solutions to Society's Big Problems, is once again relevant in the area of knowledge analytics, with machine learning assisting in the management and creation of data for organizations. As such, upon thorough reflection, all of these examples have a direct connection to what has been studied within the Introduction to Information Systems subject. All three articles can be linked back to the Knowledge Analytics module in some form, all offering separate but important insights. The study of these articles will allow readers to gain greater insight into how the ideas presented in the module and the subject as a whole can be applied in a practical real-world situation. Learning to use and create information systems will become an increasingly important skill in the 21st century.
It is of utmost importance that corporations utilize the most advanced technology available to them in order to process their increasingly complex data as efficiently as possible, for it is in this data that the key to higher creative output can be achieved. Data systems have drastically changed our lives by the means we communicate, travel, and perform daily activities. By understanding these systems, we are able to demonstrate how and why data is shaping our societies, for better or worse. To understand this sentiment, Amazon researchers Kate Crawford and Vladan Jola have conducted a microscopic study, Anatomy of an AI System, to demonstrate how the Amazon Alexa has reshaped society through its use of human labor as a means of its production. As data is so intrinsically connected to our lives as a result of the Internet of Things, it is the responsibility of corporate marketing to ensure that we are being advertised to in a way that caters to our individual wants and needs. Accelerated data growth has made marketing towards consumers exponentially more complex. Marketing departments have become extremely stressful work environments due to an exponential rise in data availability, as well as being directly responsible for a company's success under the eyes of the CEO. So, what is the solution? If data systems truly are the backbone to our society, then it is imperative that we utilize breakthrough technologies such as machine learning in order to process and evaluate data as quickly as possible. By understanding and effectively harnessing this technology, we can accelerate our creative output, which can have a positive impact on our world. Data defines how we live, and the sooner we realize that, the more we will be able to reshape it into something beneficial.